Hi everyone, it's Natasha, and I'm going to do a review of the clear stamp applicator that I just received from scrapbook.com. It was $1.50. It is, let me grab my ruler, I can tell you exactly what the surface area is. It's 2.5 by just a little shy of 4 inches, and that's, let's see, 6 centimeters by 10. That makes sense that it's even in metric system because this is from a Canadian company. And this was $1.50, and if you had seen the haul video from scrapbook.com, you saw that I got uber excited at the end that the cover pops off and I put little blings inside, and you could totally fill it with whatever you want. So I have a decorative stamping base, and it does say that it's for clear stamp. So I'm going to try clear stamps, and these stamps are actually also from scrapbook.com, but I bought these a couple months ago. It's from Nikki Civil's scrapbooker, and this is Dan the Record Man companion pieces. There's also paper. I loved this little headset, old-fashioned headset, and there's a really cool wording. Groovy for the record. Hear the beat, night, disco, dance. Disco, for those of you who are below the age of 35, or yeah, I guess 35. Wow, where do I start? Shiny polyester outfits. Yeah, but and this cool record, and then the back of the record you could totally make into sorry about the glare, make into a little journaling spot. So I'm gonna play around and show you. I have my Memento Tuxedo black. On the back of it, they also have a little cutout tag shape, but I use it, so, or I store it in that for now. So let's see. Let me grab the little headphones. And the way I put stamps on is I drop them with the stamping side down and then put the block over it to pick them up. And there is an ever so faint grid line. There you go, you could see it right there. There's a little crosshatch grid line. So I guess you could use that to line things up. So let's try stamping with it. Again, one of the reasons I wanted to try it is because when I go to stamp with a regular block, let me grab a smaller blocks, like these thinner blocks, in order to hold it, as you see, my fingers are exposed. So when I go to stamp into or to ink up the stamp, I have a tendency to get ink all over my fingers, which I'm not a big fan of. I don't know about you, but so this is an interesting concept where there's a handle, so I don't really need to involve my fingertips. So let's try it. And you press down with the handle as well. Nice even pressure, and look, perfect stamp. So, and did you know that your ink is actually 2 colors in one? I've just made one stamp, but now if I press down, it'll be a gray. And that's the case of any of the inks. It'll be just slightly lighter color. So if you have a red and you do a second generation stamping, which is what that's called, it will be a gray. Let me grab an acrylic, a foam based rubber stamp. Just looking for a smaller one that would fit on the space. Little crown one. So it has the foam mounting. That also works. So let's stamp that up, or ink that up. I know I hear people say stamp up, ink up, but it's kind of like itch and scratch. They are 2 different things, but I do have a tendency to use them, use one or the other. So press down. Nice clear stamped image. So now watch, without re-inking it, I'm going to stamp down again. And you get a nice faded background. this is perfect. The second generation stamping is actually perfect to use for backgrounds. This is a really nice deep stamped image, you know, crisp, and this one looks like it's been stamped with gray ink. So keep that in mind when you're using your inks. So, and Tuxedo Black from Memento is one of my favorites to use for detail stamping, especially if I'm going to color in. So there you go. There's a close-up of the two stamps. This is the rubber one. This is the acrylic one, using this clear stamp applicator from Forever in Time. For those of you who are in Canada, you might be able to get this at your Canadian craft shops, and I understand that from time to time I see this at the dollar store, Dollar Tree, Dollar General, various places, but I did get this particular one from scrapbook.com online. And bonus, where you can fill in your own little decorative compartment. And let me show you how I did that. There's a little latch, which you'll be able to see more once I open it and take the content out. And all I did is just pry it with my nail. There's the little latch right there. And then you just fill it with whatever you'd like. I happen to have a giant stash of these little crystals. They're really plastic, but they're faceted. Then just put it back and pop it on. There you go. So I think this was a great $1.50 investment. So much so that I think I'm going to go get a couple more and maybe decorate them differently, and I have them all sitting out and ready for me to use. It's a nice surface area. It will fit lots of various stamps. And again, because it says clear stamp applicator, we know that it will work with clear acrylic stamps. And now, you know, I've used a foam-backed rubber stamp, which also works. And there's, I don't know if you could see, there you could see the grid lines. They're ever so faint. They're actually etched into the plastic rather than image that's overlaid, so it's not a sticker or paint that would scratch off. It's in there embedded. So I think this is pretty cool. I'm gonna go, I think, back and maybe get a couple more and decorate them differently. So if you have any questions for me, please leave me a comment. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching.